Alright, so my PowerPoint today is on ethics of teaching. And so we're going to go a little bit over that. Obviously, my name's Ike Abe, education. So today I want to start off talking about the author first. His name is Kenneth A. Strike, and a little bit about him. First of all, he's a professor of cultural foundations and of philosophy at Syracuse University. So he's kind of a big deal. Next, he taught at Cornell University from 1971 to 2000, so he's a teacher. He is an author of a number of books and has written well over 100 thought-provoking articles. The one to the right, Ethical Leadership, is one of his books that he has written. And right now he currently lives in Bandera, New York, and enjoys canoeing and kayaking. And so that's a little bit about him. Now getting into the good stuff. Now what is ethics? Okay, so a little about ethics is your personal standards of right and wrong. In life, obviously there's right and wrong, like this path here you see. You can go either right or you can go towards the left. And so I'm sure all of us have been in this situation of which way we should go. But first of all, our lives is filled with choices. We can choose a right or wrong every time, like I said. Every time we do something repetitively, it starts to form into a habit. And so there's actually a quote from one of my favorite authors right here. His name's Matthew Kelly. It says, "In the beginning, we start to form our habits, but after a while, our habits start to form us." And so depending on what our ethics, our standards are, those habits start to form us. Okay, so next, I'm gonna point out some real ethical dilemmas here. Now, number one, okay, as a teacher, if there were some students in your classroom that was a slow reader, would you spend more time with them instead of the fast readers, and why? Right. And the second one I'm going to bring up here is you found out that there were several thefts in your classroom, but you weren't able to catch them yet. Would it be ethical to punish the entire class by keeping them inside for recess until someone tells you who stole the money, why or why not? Okay, so those are some things that you can really think about, what you would personally do in a situation, and what would be right. Okay, and so now next, I'm gonna point out some issues that fill a teacher's day. These are some things that they think about, and they need to decide what they need to do. So questions like, should I correct these papers or go out to watch a movie with my friend? Okay, should I take my time to prepare for tomorrow's lesson or go to sleep? Or I didn't like the vulgar comments that these students in the hall are making. Should I stop them or just keep walking without saying anything? Question is, what's the right thing to do? Next, now how to make ethical decisions. Okay, so when these things arise in your teaching career, these are some things that you can do to know that what you've chosen is very ethical. So number one, you have to stop and think. Don't act right away. You got to pause and think about it. Next, clarify the goals. What are you shooting towards? For what purpose? Okay. 3, determine the facts of what's going on in certain situations. And number 4, develop options. Think about different things you can do, different things the paths you can go. And then next, consider the consequences. Think about, if you did this, if you chose to act in this way, then what would the consequences be? List them out and figure out which one's the best consequence. Number 6, go ahead and choose. Act on it and go for it. Number 7, most important, monitor and modify. After you choose how you're going to act, then you need to think about and see if it worked, if it made sense. And if it worked, awesome, then you can definitely keep doing that. But if it didn't, think about the ways you can change that, and so you can make a better ethical decision for the next time. And so which one will you choose, the right or the wrong? And that is my presentation.